Meet Mr. Manish Mohan Govil, Chairman of the Uttar Pradesh Athletics Association, who spoke to the Sportz Mongers during the 23rd National Junior Under-20 Federation Athletics Championship 2025 held recently in Prayagraj. In this candid conversation, he shares his views on key issues affecting Indian athletics, from doping and age fraud to the need for a stronger sports culture, and highlights why he believes Uttar Pradesh is brimming with untapped athletic talent.
There is a lot of talent in UP, and with these events, doping, that is another challenge. Then there is a challenge of overage participation. Immense amount of talent we have in our state. Biggest challenge is lack of infrastructure we have. But athletics is not a viewer's game. That type of thing is coming because sports is also becoming economically sustainable.
How significant is it for Uttar Pradesh to host the National Under-20 Athletics Championship 2025?
It has always been our dream to host these events because these events help us at two levels. First, it exposes our athletes to the national forum, and our athletes get a chance to compete. There is a lot of talent in UP, and with these events, they are exposed to how to interact and compete with other competitors across the country. And that is how their performance gets improved. On the other hand, as organizers also, we get a chance to host these events, and our capacity to host these events also improves because we get a chance to organize these events at such a large level.
What steps has the Uttar Pradesh Athletics Association taken to ensure the successful organization of this championship?
It was a very short notice we got this meet, and we have been trying to organize it at a very short level. So we have around 400 officials. There are around 250 officials from the UP Athletics Association working round the clock for the last 15 days to get this meet in order. Around on the 9th and 10th of June, we had the state meet at the same venue. So that gave us a sense of how we are going to organize this national meet. It is very important because participants come from all across the country and with their families. And this year especially has been a very, very significant increase in the number of participants because of the venue. Prayagraj is, after the Kumbh Mela, has been attractive tourist destination also for people across the world after hosting such a grand Kumbh Mela event. And so a lot of athletes have come here. We have to make arrangements for their stay and their transport, then the transportations of the officials. So all these arrangements we have been able to make.
Have any emerging athletes from Uttar Pradesh or other states caught your attention during this event?
I think I am impressed by all the talent which is emerging over here. If you look at the races which are taking place and look at the type of energy which is there with the young boys and girls who are participating, I am sure, because this is under 20, this is the place where now this is a stage, take-off place for the athletes to now emerge at the national scene at the senior level.
What are the association's long-term plans to promote athletics at the grassroots level in Uttar Pradesh?
That is the main mission of UP Athletics Association. For the top players, there are a lot of what you call resources which are available at their command. You have the private sector sponsorship, the TOPS programs for the athletes. But at the grassroots level, it is the UP Athletics Association that is working hard with the district units. We need to strengthen our districts and ensure that talent is emerging from the districts. We have certain challenges about the training of the coaches and about doping. That is another challenge. Then there is a challenge of overage participation. So these are the things we are working at the grassroots level. We want to create that type of infrastructure and ecosystem of stadiums, of coaches, of athletes, and basically of the parents and everybody coming together to nurture the talent which we have. Immense amount of talent we have in our state.
Are there any future plans to host senior level or international athletics competitions in the state?
We are hoping we get more events to host. It is our performance over here which will be judged by the Athletics Association of India. If we are able to host events at such a large scale at the junior level, certainly we will try to get more such events. There is one, the biggest event is the NIT-JAM, National Inter-District Junior Athletics Meet, which is held once every year. It is one of the biggest events in the world. We aspire to host it. It was first 4 or 5 editions were hosted in Haridwar, and last year it was in Gujarat. This year we think that we can organize it in Uttar Pradesh, and we are hoping we will get that type of a chance to host other big events also. And certainly this is laying the foundation for organizing bigger events at the national stage, like the Olympics or Asian Games, etc. So I'm sure as time goes, we will be able to host bigger events and we'll promote a culture of sports in our state.
As the chairman of the Uttar Pradesh Athletics Association, what message would you like to convey to the athletes?
My message is that perform with a lot of integrity and perform well. You have the talent, you have the capacity to perform, and if you train hard and train sincerely with a lot of perseverance, there's a long way to go.
What are the biggest challenges currently faced by the Uttar Pradesh Athletics Association?
Biggest challenge is lack of infrastructure we have. At the district level, there is infrastructure, but it is not being managed properly. In case we have stadiums, many of the smaller districts also, if you go, you have proper stadiums, but they are not managed, they are not accessible to our athletes. There are games like cricket, etc., which are more popular, which attract more of footfalls. But athletics is not a viewer's game. We don't see that type of viewership coming in athletics. But with increased performance, we hope that we are able to improve. So infrastructure and managing infrastructure. Infrastructure is there, but I think managing infrastructure is also more important. We are hoping in a small state like say Delhi, we have so many tracks, but in UP we hardly have 2 or 3 professional tracks over there. So our vision is that every district should have at least one such type of synthetic track where athletes can participate. And in larger districts, we can have even 2 to 3 tracks. That is very, very important as we go along.
Recently, Mr. Adil Somariwala, Vice President of World Athletics, stated in a candid conversation with Sportz Mongers that India should now aim for global events like the Olympics and World Championships rather than limiting ambitions to the Asian or Commonwealth Games. What is your perspective on this?
Yeah, that is what our aspiration is. We are aspiring to host the 2036 Olympic Games. It's a very big challenge. Organizing is one thing, but the other thing is to find out the talent. And that talent is not going to come from outside. It has to emerge from the grassroots, from the districts, and that is where we need to strengthen our districts and the ecosystem which is emerging, so that we have athletes, men and women, young men and women coming, and they can bring laurels to the country by winning gold in these championships.
You mentioned the importance of sports culture. How would you define its role in the holistic development of athletes?
Sports culture is not the job of a single person. Yes. It is the whole, it requires a paradigm shift in our thinking, and at every level. From the point of view of the sport administrations, we should look at the welfare of the athletes. That should be a priority. From the point of the parents, they should support their children who are participating in the sports. And that type of thing is coming because sports is also becoming economically sustainable. So many of the youngsters are wanting to take sports as their career. So I am sure that with this type of things, with this type of ecosystem which can develop, with the partnership of schools, colleges, coaches, sport administrators, parents, and general public who can come and support these sportsmen, that is very, very important.
If this inspired you, like, share, and subscribe Sportz Mongers, your home for Indian sports stories that matter.